Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love and Hip Hop New York. We are talking AMINA Butterfly. We are talking Peter Gunz, aka Dirty Feet Pete, aka the Creep Squad. Real ones, no. We are talking because apparently there's controversy. Surprise, surprise. Remember about a week or so ago, I did a video and it was about AMINA trying to basically ask in third person, Peter Gunz, choose me over Tara, for the final time, right? And Peter Gunz did not acquiesce to her request and basically explained why he was a player and basically explained that he was lying to the both of y'all. He was playing the both of y'all and y'all kept coming back. And y'all turned it into a competition against each other instead of holding his behind accountable and leaving him alone. Now, AMINA has since moved to Germany, right? Her and Peter Gunz have been divorced or whatever else. And she's on the internet saying she's homeless, right? And can we define homeless in 2025 correctly? Because when I think homeless, I think you do not have a home. You do not have a place to stay. You don't have a car. You don't have anything, right? You're out literally in the street. You are out literally in the street. You all you got is the clothes on your back. All you got is, your bare essentials or whatever else, or you may have to be in and out the shelters and everything else. Like you have nowhere to go. No family, no friends, no kids. There is nowhere. You are completely destitute, you guys. Completely destitute. But now the no homeless is just like the LA home that I wanted. I lost that home, so I'm homeless. But I actually have a home in Germany that I stay at. No. That is not the same. So I just wanted to set this up so that we can get to what we need to get to, because this is a hot mess. And Peter, and this is why Peter played you, AMINA, because of the ignorant foolishness that we're about to listen to. So let's take a listen.
Day one, waking up in Germany after losing our home in LA. Me and my kids moved out of place, put our stuff in storage, or most of it in the trash, but some of it in the storage. And we don't have a home, y'all. But guess what? Thank God for family, because we're in Germany with my family, and I'm going to be here till I figure it out, because I will, as I always do. But day one, waking up in Germany, the last couple of years have been so rough. Working my butt off, not making enough money, end up losing my place. And now we're staying with family until I know what I can figure out what's next. And don't ask me what that is, because everybody's like, so what's the plan? I have no idea. I needed to freaking clear my head so I can come up with a plan. And the last couple of years, all I know is we're happy, we're healthy, we're powerful, we're capable, and there's so much opportunity out there. And sometimes losing something is only taking you to the next place that you're meant to be. So we see what life's got in store for us. No, but seriously, I threw my whole life in the trash. All I know is we're happy.
So y'all heard that, right? y'all heard this first piece where basically Amina is not homeless. She has a place to stay in terms of she had to downsize. She had to go live with her family. She had to go back to Germany where her family is and live with them, with the kiddos, until she figures out her next move, until she can afford her own place to stay. But this wasn't a situation as far as her being out on the street, her not having a place to go, her not having a roof over her or the children's head or anything like that, her not knowing what to do for money, her not knowing what to do to eat, her not knowing to do on how to bathe herself or bathe her kids. No. So Peter Gunz got wind of this, and Peter Gunz is hot because he's like, what the welliance? Like, I help you out. I give you all this money. Like what are we talking about here? And the accommodations that I had for you, you were not satisfied with it. So you went back to Germany. So it's giving, you wanted to live high off the hog in LA that you couldn't even afford to stay there. And essentially, when that didn't work out for you and Peter Gunz offered, allegedly, another place to stay that was in LA, you didn't like that. So instead, you tooted it back up to Germany, trying to tell the internet that I'm homeless. No, you're not. You're not homeless because you were offered other places to stay and you're staying currently with your parents. Like make it make sense. So let's hear Peter's response.
I feel so fucked up. I feel a little betrayed in a way because she knows that could never be. Yeah. It makes me look crazy. Yeah. So that's fucked up. Staying on there, thank God for my family in Germany. I'm the only one that was giving her money monthly. Wow. That's the reason you're in Germany. I paid for your flights and everything. Even when you got a nigga sitting at the piano playing with you that tried to line me up. What? I feel so fucked. I send Amina thousands every month. Yeah. Whatever she asks, she will get on here and tell you too. It's just that she wasn't even able to hold her side of shit up. She felt like she, like, damn, this is just, I'm stressed. I need to go. So I let her go. But I had no idea that she was going to leave the world thinking that she was homeless. I bought a round trip ticket. They come back on the 23rd of August. Right. I got the Airbnb in LA. I was going to pay that up for a couple of months. Why I tell the world, and it's just like, I send Amina thousands every month. Yeah. Whatever's the reason why we married. Anyway, if I'm being honest with you on some brother shit, the last thing I would ever do is lie. Right. I would never lie. Okay? You never lie. You never lie. I love my kids, bro. My kids can never be home. Real shit. I have an apartment in Dallas. I said, Amina, just go stay in Dallas. Live there. What am I going to do in Dallas? Live rent-free? Swim, go at amenities, chill for a little bit, give me a breather because I can't pay rent every multiple places. It's the reason why we married. Anyway, I may not let you back in this motherfucker, Amina. You know, and you and I know why. So now I will have to fly in to LAX in the event that they don't let you in to get my kids because I'm not gonna, I wouldn't want that to happen. Right. So Amina says to me, Peter, if they don't let me back in, it's just meant for me to stay in Germany. I literally had to sign for my kids to go. I wasn't comfortable with it. Not at this date and time with what's going on with ICE and all this crazy.
So that was Peter Gunz basically saying that he's not a liar, which is already a lie. But in terms of, him helping out Amina and, him being the one paying for their flights. They're allegedly supposed to come back in August, at the end of August, and he was going to set up an Airbnb and everything else for them to stay in LA, that he was offering her a place to stay rent-free in Dallas and that she didn't have to worry about. But again, she's acting bougie. She still thinks that she is loving hip hop. She still thinks that those checks are coming in to where she can flaunt on the show and make it seem like you're doing better than what you really are. And Peter Gunz is trying to tell her reality, like, Dallas is more affordable. There's plenty of things to do in Dallas, but you want to stunt on the gram and act like you can afford what's on Rodeo Drive. No. So after all of this, we get a response from Amina, you guys. So now we're going to listen to that.
It's only money. Money comes and goes. I ain't got it right now. And I ain't had it in the past couple of years, but I believe in myself. It doesn't take away any of my greatness. And so there's so much that I can do and will do. So, see ya soon. And shout out to Peter. One thing about this whole situation, I don't want to get misconstrued. I'm so good with who I am, who I've become, how hard I work. Everything in my life is great. I take care of myself. I'm mentally and physically in the best shape I've ever been. I just don't got no money. And it's only money. You know, I always say to myself, it could be worse. It could be so much worse. Shout out to Peter. It's not my intention to put up something to bash him at all. He has nothing to do with this. I mean, he does in a way. He's my kid's father, but at the same time, he's not responsible for me. I'm my own grown adult, and I'm very thankful for him for holding us down. I would have been in this situation a year ago had it not been for him being there and literally holding us down and paying the rent. So, shout out. My intention to been holding us down in the past, I want to say almost 2 years, year and a half, is when I started struggling crazy, not able to cover my overhead, my bills, my rent. And he stepped up and he was there and he paid our rent a lot of the time. So, oops, my light went out. I just hate seeing the bashing him right now because this would have been so I just want to clear something up because this is the number one comment I've been getting since yesterday, since I announced that I moved to Germany for a moment to figure out where we're going to live because we don't have our home anymore. Everyone's like, where Peter at? So, yes, we all know he hasn't always been the best. But I have to point out that he's been there for us. He's been holding. So I just want to clear something up because.
So that is AMINA. You know, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it at all. Like, you can't, number one, get on the internet and say you're homeless. You can't do it. If you are not actually out here on the streets, like we have different definitions of what homeless means. And what homeless meant when I was growing up is you had no place to stay, you had no food, you had no shelter, you had the clothes on your back, you had no money. Everything else, you were either living off the streets or you are in the shelter. A situation where you're unhappy because you can't stay at an LA place, but you still have a place to stay in Germany, you still have a place to stay in Dallas that you could take yourself and your kids for? No. That's not homeless. That's not homeless. Now, if you can just say you're broke, fight broke, you ain't got it, that's also truthful. Right? Just say that you're broke. But what I don't understand is why these people can't get jobs. Why can't these people get jobs? Reality TV obviously is not forever. And her mentality, her thought process that money comes and goes. No. Because what if the money doesn't come next time around? And then you are really homeless for real. Like, what are we talking about? But my problem is, why can't you work, AMINA? Why can't you get a job? And this is my thing with these reality stars. They are too proud to get a regular schmegular job. Say what you want about a dude from Cosby Show that worked at Trader Joe's in between acting gigs and everything else, and now he's getting all these jobs with Tyler Perry. Reality TV's not forever, y'all. And if you're not good with your money, if you don't know how to manage your money, or you portrayed a false narrative for the show to make it look like you were balling out of control when that wasn't the truth, reality comes at you fast. And then AMINA couldn't get her story straight of when she actually started struggling. First, it was a couple of years ago. Then she's saying she wouldn't be in the situation now if it wasn't for Peter a year ago. But it sounds like it's been a few years that this has been a thing, right? It's been a few things. But I don't understand why these people can't get a regular 9-to-5. Especially, AMINA, if you're still trying to make it in the music industry. We need to let that dream go. Music, you're not making that type of money anymore. They're not handing out these record deals that you used to see in yesteryear where they're going to pay artists millions of dollars. You got to earn those types of contracts these days if the record label wants to invest in you like that. But if you're not no A-lister, you're not going to get that type of attention. So music's not going to pay what you're looking for. So nonetheless, you're resorted to either booking local gigs or booking something on the cruise ship or traveling internationally where you get to book yourself at different nightclubs or different sports bars or different things that have bands and artists come and perform on certain nights and everything else. But what you're doing, no. Oh, I'm just not going to work. I'm going to tell the whole world I'm homeless. I'm going to tell the whole world this and that. But you have the means, you have resources, you have family. You obviously, Peter's still helping you. So that wasn't the truth of what you said. But nonetheless, it's like everybody has these pipe dreams and everything else. And it's just crazy. And apparently she's had a boyfriend for the past few years that obviously doesn't sound like he's contributing anything except for vitamin D. So nonetheless, it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But I don't know why we needed to know any of this. And then for you to have the audacity to try to tell us not to bash Peter Gunz. No. You're not going to tell us what we can and cannot do. You basically try to put it out there and put him on blast. That was the first thing people were going to think of, because some people don't know that y'all are no longer married. Some people do not know that y'all are not together anymore and everything else. So people ran with their own conclusions as far as, what was really the tea.